and down, making sure the ones getting to the bus to come here and things like that. And believe me, it's such a good feeling, but it's not just a feeling now we're dealing with. We want to see the action from this. We want some victory. As we said, past injustice, future victories. And that is what we're looking forward to see. But it's always good to be amongst one another. That love, yes, I love that. So if we could just continue like this and get moving, I really give thanks, you know.
What would victory look like to you?
For some, I know the reparations, right? And also to Jamaica to just accept Rastafari. It's not just something called funny, weird people, right? We have rights and just deal with us accordingly and stop acting as if we are some weird people and give us jobs because nobody not bright like Rastafari people. Remember me tell you that.
Yeah. And you are from the 12 tribes of Israel.
12 tribes? No, you're being gay, you name it, all over. Because right now,
she's an Arlen tree.
Yes, Arlen tree and Bobo too. I know partial.
Yeah.
All right, Muta,
trust me, I tell you, it's a hard-working sister. Yeah, no care how early in the morning or late in the night. She always there for Rastafari business. Serious thing. So, we want to talk to this delinquent Rasta. The ones them here might wonder why I calling this virgin delinquent. Because we love him very much, but him bring off a thing we never like. Now, after we sit down at the meeting them, we plan the march. I will say, look here, we're going to have a silent protest at Duke Street.
Yes.
Him come at Duke Street. Our brethren was going on very outrageous. The brethren not stop him a bun all himself. And this man round here so I say, talk your talk, brethren. Talk your talk, burn your fire. I say, wow. Who this? African love, this I go answer Rasta. I say African love. Oh, we don't tell you. You're in at the meeting. And you hear we say, silent. And you spur on this little delinquent Rasta man. Oh, you work that?
Well, you want to say to me or the bridge?
First, we ask you to apologize.
Well, all right. Apologize. All right. No, when we see the bridge now go on, I'm say, well, then, boy, the bridge, him up on a rage. So me couldn't even say for cool. So
no, you never tell him for cool. Don't say nothing to him.
Me just say, him come to me, you know. So me just say, you know, go on the way, talk your talk. Because me couldn't tell him for cool.
Yeah, but him talk to everybody and nobody knows no, are you up around the man. Anyway, as a Rastafari bridge and part of the organization and thing, what do you think about we're going for the past 3 days?
Well, we're going for the past 3 days. It's very splendid, you know. There's a big thing going, you know what I mean, especially in concern of the march. You know what I mean? We know that the Millennium Council and the Coral Garden Committee are really the planning source behind the programs, you know, both in Montego Bay and in town. You know what I mean? So we see a big sign, you know what I mean? I think that the system, the state and the government now must realize that Rasta have attack in this thing. You know what I mean? But one of the things I love for I and I, if you understand, is that Coral Garden was that thing with us. Although it sparked from Coral Garden, it was an island-wide attack on the Rastafari community all over Jamaica. And that is a significant for no say. I think happening in Mobile, and yet still all man all over Jamaica get bust up head and prison up and all them things there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I say now, I wonder if the thing sometime it could have rotate away. Because I believe if this is done in a town after that successful march, then we'll have a better, you know what I mean, outcome, a support and everything in concern of economical situation where I go through over the years, you know, which is very important. As I hear I hear Andrea say.
So you say economically it would have feasible for move, go to town, go do some of the activities.
You know, which is very important. As I hear I hear Andrea say.
So you say economically it would have feasible for move, go to town, go do some of the activities.
Yes. And it could have been every parish, because every parish has suffered the consequences now. Anyway, Rasta today in Jamaica, them come under terrible brutality from the state and the government in Jamaica.
So you say economically, Mobile people broke?
No, not really broke. Not really broke. What I say, that ball ground are too big. It's too big, so the people them last.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know this thing. Yeah. So sometimes we want a compact place to make it more, you know what I mean, the sound stay within certain.
That's why we did suggest the Granville, the HQ, for deal with it. Yes, we're coming to you live from Jarett Park, Andrea Williams. I see you have a big man beside you.
Yeah, man, our bongo
The big
trip. We'll
man.
go take a quick break and come right back. Morning African, as we come to you live from Jarett Park. It's the 50th year since the Coral Gardens massacre, and 50 years after we have been gathering since Thursday physically as a body, and in our various ways have been looking at what happened, the injustices, and have been asking the relevant questions as to what is the responsibility of a state in all of this, what is the obligation of Rastafari and the Jamaican people in all of this, as we ask ourselves 50 years after Coral Gardens, why do we still have this kind of unjust justice system in Jamaica? Why do we still have the amount of landlessness that we have? Why do we have the high rate of police murders that we have in Jamaica? And one of the questions we've been asking Muta is, if Coral Gardens, if justice had been done in Coral Gardens, would things have been different? It's a question that we probably can look at from now until eternity. We probably won't know, but enough is enough at some point.
Yeah, all right. Before we go into the reason with Jerry Smile, we have a little thing on Jerry Smile. Now, after we left race course, I will tell everybody, say, all right, for park your car and walk, Jerry Smile, park him car and race course.
Yes.
And go to Mandela Park.
And walk back?
And when they take down, they have to walk back down the race course.
It was good exercise, Jerry. Fit, man, a fit. I heard you say that on your program. I was shocked. Yeah, morning, Jerry. How you doing? All right, when I hear you so well.
Yeah.
All right, and you have with you Muta, Brother Miguel. Morning, Brother Miguel.
Greetings and blessings. We're there.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Jerry, I mean, days since Thursday we've been gathering, and here today, the last day of the physical gathering like this, within the context of a Coral Gardens massacre. A quick look back. You're in a sentence or two. What are your thoughts on what went?
Well, first I want to on behalf of all of the people to give credit to IrieFM for spending the most money. Cause we don't spend no money, and it was so successful. But you know, IrieFM, it cost them. And Mobilizing along with my radio station, New Star 93, Roots FM, Best FM, mainly IrieFM.
Yes.
And it was so successful. And especially the half an hour of silence. It was so successful, even though a few people talk. But it was so successful, and it was a discipline and a practice, and it worked out so great. Reach a Mandela Park, thousands of people, thousands of motors were held up. None of them no make no worries. Most of them was videoing the things with them telephone, sending information, even calling CVM and JBs and TVG and telling them what's going on. And we reach a Mandela Park. One thing, at Mandela Park now, we should deliver a message at Mandela Park. And here is what I am saying. The government of Jamaica, and specifically the Jamaica Labour Party, we demand a response this week from them about their responsibility and criminal responsibility for the Coral Garden event right round the island in 1963. And from the present government and the PNP party, we demand a statement of responsibility about the 1978 Green Bay massacre. And from then, they dare not. All right, you know, see what Babylon are doing down here? Babylon can't do nothing down here again. Him dare not touch Rasta down here. But you know what him been doing now? Him turn it on for the rest of the citizens of Jamaica. Especially the unattached youth of Jamaica have been slaughtered from Coral Garden right up to today. And that is the result. So we demand a response this week here from the Jamaica Labour Party about 1963 Coral Garden up to now, including Tivoli Garden 2010. And from the PNP administration, we demand a response about their responsibility at Green Bay 1978 when they organize and slaughter out some youth, including some PNP youth, right up to the present time here now, where the youth being slaughtered throughout Jamaica, the unattached youth. And the youth them to get attached. Don't get attached to, well, I don't have to tell nobody not get attached to PNP and JLP now. But you know who to get attached to now. You know who not to get attached to. And when the youth in 1978 decide to detach themselves from the gunfighting of the PNP and JLP, a slaughter was carried out, resulting in the peace movement of the youth, and little by little the government slaughter the youth, them starting with Claudemas up. We want a response this week from the government, from the PNP about 1978 Green Bay, and from the JLP about 1963 Carl Garden, right up to the present time of Tivoli Garden, and from the PNP up to the present time of Shrewsbury, and the present youth who get killed on Mullines Road after that and every day. We want a response from both of them.
All right, thank you very much.
This week, yeah.
We're gonna want to come back to that, because I think it's very important as we go forward. Some of the questions of what next is I think answered in what you have just said there. Brother Miguel standing right beside Muta. Brother Miguel, your immediate response to what has taken place since Thursday, last night, Friday into today.
I think in terms of continuity, and it couldn't be Boko that between Friday night to last night here, almost every youth, Rastafari youth that I have spoken to, appears to be some brilliant youths to me. All of them. It couldn't be Boko. So I said to myself, no, this is where we need help. We need these youths now to come here and sit with us at the table and plan for the future. There's so much work to be done. So much things to be tabulated, narrated, and prepared to present as we go along. Coral Gardens, as I stated in my speech up at Granville, was no accident. It was no buck-up. In 1958, Prince Emmanuel called a Rastafari conference at Bakawal. And that conference, for the first time, Rastafarians came together to discuss our doctrinal position. It was a serious conference. To me, it is similar to the Council of Nicaea, which Constantine had called for Rome to control Christianity. So Prince Emmanuel had called that conference, and Rastafarians from all over Jamaica came and was discussing now the divinity of Haile Selassie. This became very important, and from then, Prince Emmanuel came under a lot of pressure that they had to leave Bakawal. I say that, and it built up with what took place in Montego Bay now, when the Montego Bay Guinegogs, the leadership in Montego Bay, the Chamber of Commerce, the plantocracy, got Sir Hugh Foote in 1956 to write, as the governor of Jamaica, to write to the ambassador, the British ambassador in England, the British ambassador for Ethiopia. The governor of Jamaica wrote to him, asking him to get something from His Imperial Majesty, to say, to refute that he's the Almighty. They never got that. So they were theoretically trying very hard to get at the core, the principal core of Rastafari, which is Haile Selassie. And they couldn't. So 63, they decided to use a different tactics of murder. I just also want to correct something, because one of the police who died in the whole 63, Superintendent Scott, he was shot. It's a bullet that killed him. None of the brethren, the Rastafarians, had any guns. So many persons have said it was another police who was firing wildly that killed him. Because that was what infuriated Buster when he knew that a superintendent was killed. But no Rasta had any gun.
Miguel, we saw on the news